So once upon a time, this girl, she was at school, and there was only two meanies in her class that would always try to scare her herself. And guess what? It was two boys named Charlie and Duncan. And they were two bullies. They would bully everybody. And guess what?
What?
She wanted to dress up to scare them at Halloween.
Yeah?
And it's already Halloween, but until it's nighttime, that's when it's Halloween.
Yeah?
And guess what?
What?
It was the end of school and it was dark, and
Yeah?
everybody was trick-or-treating. But it was too late. She wanted to be a duck for Halloween. I mean, a cute monster for Halloween.
A cute monster?
Yeah, and her mom made one for her. And guess what?
What?
She changed her mind. She told her mom to put the costume in her closet. And the mom was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to wear this?" And the kid said, "Sure." And she looked, and guess what?
What?
She looked over on the next street. There was a spooky mask. Spooky mask store.
Yeah?
And she really wanted to buy a spooky mask. So she went inside the store, and guess what she found?
What?
She found the spooky mask in his room. And this room is called the Family's Spooky Real Mask of Slappy Room.
Yeah? It's a heck of a name.
And she went in there, and guess what it was?
What?
There was only one mask, sealed up inside of a container inside there. And guess what?
What?
She opened the container, and all there was in there was water. And there was a green light making the water kind of a little spooky. So the mask would have come to life, and he thought that he was killing someone when he was dreaming. And the Slappy Doll mask was very creative. She tried it on, and guess what?
What?
She took it off, and guess what?
What?
He said it was perfect. And she went right back home and said, "Hey, Mom, I'm ready to go trick-or-treating." And she got a black suit that was just clothing. And she put it on the spooky Slappy mask. And she could talk with it. And what happened was, she went trick-or-treating with her best friend called Cupcake. And Cupcake was always wishing to dress up as a cat. Same thing happened. Was her mom dressed her up as a cat.
A cat?
Yeah, a white cat. And they went trick-or-treating, and guess what?
What?
When she had the mask on, she was like feeling a little strange, and she can only talk like a Slappy dog, going like this. "I will destroy you." And she was like dropping down trick-or-treaters' buckets, and they were all getting sad, and they didn't like it. She wanted to take off the mask, but when she tried, guess what?
What?
She could take it off. She took it off, and guess what?
What?
She could talk like that, but then she could talk normal when she took the mask off. And then she would wear it back. She would keep talking like that. And guess what she saw?
What?
She saw something spooky come to her. It was the noise going like this. come to us. We want you back. And the girl's name was Carly. And this noise made, come back, Carly. We want you back. And it was coming from the store she got the mask. And guess what that was in there?
What?
It was a haunted voice thingy. And it was making all that noise. And she was like, I think we should go back. And the girl named Cupcake went back to her home. And she went back to her room with her at her home. And guess what?
What?
Would you try to take off the mask? Guess what?
What?
She couldn't take it off. It was stuck on her. She couldn't take it off. She was like this.
It was stuck on her head?
She couldn't take it off. It was stuck on her head. She couldn't take it off. And then guess what?
What?
She was starting to act weird. And what happened was,
What? Stop messing with that mic.
is that something creepy happened to her.
What happened?
Her body was just turning into plastic, turning into a normal hand like this. She couldn't move her hands. They're just plastic. All she could do is let her friend move her arms. But she could still talk. And then guess what?
What?
What happened was that her suit, herself, it was turning into a suit. And there was a bow on her, and there was a note inside of her pocket.
What'd it say?
It said, I told you, Charlie, you should have came back to us. And Charlie was in the chair, just sitting. Then she got up, and she was doing evil stuff. And she couldn't take off the mask.
Yeah.
And what happened was, that guess what?
What?
She finally could take off the mask when she was in the store. And she couldn't take, but guess what happened?
What?
The face mask was pulling to her head. And the face mask was like this. No! Talking like that. And then she ripped off the face mask. And it was talking like this. No, come back, Charlie. And she sticked it onto the cup container. And he went right back into the cup container. That's the end of this creepy, spooky mask.